Hey, how's it going? Welcome to A Game for Your Thoughts. Today we're going to be talking about Shadow of the Colossus. If you're not familiar, Shadow of the Colossus is a PlayStation exclusive. It came out a long time ago on the PlayStation 2, but they've remade it for the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4. And for this video, I'm going to be talking about the PlayStation 4 version. And this was my first experience with Shadow of the Colossus. I was really familiar with it because if you're into gaming at all, you're really familiar with Shadow of the Colossus. You've heard about it and what a great game it is, and I have heard plenty of that. I always heard lots of really good things about this game, so I was super excited to delve into it, and I completely agree with everything I've heard so far. This game was a masterpiece of its time, and it still stands its ground today, and it's definitely an example of video games being a form of art. Being an art form, it comes in several perspectives. It's not just the way it looks or the storytelling. It's kind of the emotions it makes you feel, and I think that's what they usually mean when it means that it's a work of art. It's because it makes you feel these emotions that you usually don't from playing a game like Call of Duty or anything along the lines of what you usually think of a video game. But it's great because this is a really simple game. There really isn't a lot to it. Story-wise, it's very minimum. It follows the story of a boy named Wander, and his girlfriend Mono has been sacrificed by their tribe, and so he takes her body to this sacred land where there's a god or a being who can bring you back people who have been lost. He grants you a wish if you follow some commands. That's basically it. Your character Wander, he is now tasked by this being to go out into this sacred ground and defeat these 16 colossi. They're the massive beasts that roam the land, and you're assigned to kill them pretty much to grant your wish and bring back your girlfriend. That's it, really. That's the whole point of the game, but it leaves you really satisfied at the end of the game. It kind of ends with like a what the hell kind of ending, but it really kind of keeps you guessing like what's next. But there's not a sequel, and I hope they don't make one. I feel like that makes this game such an amazing way, is it's just the ending is really emotional and kind of different. Gameplay wise, this game's really basic. Like I said, you're assigned to go out into the land and kill these 16 colossi, and that's basically it. You have your horse, you can ride around the open field to get to your next objective, and you have your sword and your bow and arrow, your two weapons of choice to help you take down these massive beasts. When I say massive beasts, I mean these things are massive. This game does a fantastic job of showing scale. When you walk up into your first Colossus, you immediately see that you are outsized by far. It steps its foot on the ground and your character is just teeny tiny. It's incredible how well they did at making you feel so small, but then it also makes it better when you take down these beasts because you're like, wow, I'm so small, but I managed to take this massive thing down. I really liked it because the beast fights, each one was completely different. Like I said, you have your sword and your bow and arrow, and you have to use them and the environment around you to find some way to take them down so that you can find their vital spots on their body, climb around on their hair and their fur and their armor, and get to where you need to go to attack their vital spots to take them down. Really basic gameplay. There's not a lot to it, and what really makes this game so well is because it's so basic, but it works so well, and it keeps you intrigued the whole time. Like I said, each Colossus is completely different from the last one, which makes it interesting every time a new beast rises out of the darkness, because now you got to find a new way to take it down compared to the other ones. Like I said, with it being so basic, there really isn't a whole lot of length to this game. Don't go into this game planning on spending maybe even 15-20 hours. I beat the main story in 4 or 5 hours. That was on the normal difficulty. If you're on easier, I'm sure it'd be a lot easier, and if you're on the harder difficulty, I'm sure it'd add at least maybe another hour or two. But overall, it's not a long experience, but it doesn't need to be a great game. And the world you have to explore, it's quite large, and there's a lot to see, but there really isn't a lot to explore. There's a few little like shrines and temples and little collectibles to help increase your health and stamina, but beyond that, it's not like there's any side quests or other characters to interact with. It's just this big open world, but it's kind of nice because then it adds to the next effect of this game, which I want to talk about. Is like I said, it makes you really kind of feel for this game. How it works is, like I said, you're taking down these massive beasts, and at first you're like, cool, I'm the hero, I'm saving this girl, but after a while it gets really sad. The music does such a great job of when you're going out to find this beast, the music kind of is nice and quiet, and then as soon as the fight kicks on, it's all exciting and awesome, and it's really incredible. I love the music. I listen to the soundtrack frequently, but as soon as you take down a monster, the soundtrack gets kind of sad and really downer as the beast slowly collapses and dies. It makes you kind of feel really bad, and then the evil within the beast will come out and kill your character so you can kind of get a fresh start on the next beast. And it was really sad, actually. It made you kind of feel really bad. You're like, maybe I'm not doing the right thing killing these beasts and bringing this girl back to life. But graphically, this game is super impressive. As soon as the first cutscene kicks in, it was really good. The lighting was incredible, and everything just looked really sharp and well detailed. You can tell that the people who went into this game, they did such a great job of redefining it. As far as I'm aware of, they actually completely rebuilt this game from the start instead of just redefining what was already there. They redid everything from scratch, which is really impressive because it looks fantastic. The way the lighting comes in through different buildings and the trees and the grass on the ground, and then when you're climbing around on these beasts, the hair on them moves, and it's really, really, really cool. I had such a great time moving around the world and seeing all the different environments because everything just looked so well. But in the end, this game is really basic. There's not a whole lot to it, but it makes it so well. Like I said, this game is a masterpiece of its time. You look at the graphics compared to when I was on the PlayStation 2 to now on the PS4 when they completely rebuilt it, and it looks completely different. The lighting is overhauled, the graphics are incredible, and the story is just, it's really basic, but it's really, really well done. Like I said, the ending made you seem a little bit satisfied, but kind of what the hellish. It was really cool, and I liked it. But gameplay-wise, super basic. Just climb around in the Colossus, find the weak spots, and kill it. But it was a lot more complex than it seems. Each Colossus was kind of its own puzzle, and it was really enjoyable. I never got bored. I never got like, oh, great, here we go again. No, every Colossus was completely different, and it made it so fun to kind of try to figure out these different puzzles. If you've never played Shadow of the Colossus, I would highly recommend this game. It was a masterpiece. Like I said, I've never played anything like it, and I hope I never do again because that's what makes this game stand out so well. And it's easily going to stick in my collection for a long time, and I'm going to revisit it as often as I would like to. If you've already played this on the PlayStation 2 or 3, you might want to check it out because of the graphic overhaul, but if not, like I said, I never played this PlayStation 2 or 3 version, so if you would like to revisit it on a revamped version, I mean, I'd recommend it. Like I said, it looks really good, but gameplay wise, I'm sure it's pretty much the same. So yeah, once again, highly recommend it. I loved my time with it, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone who's never experienced this before. Thank you guys so much for helping support these videos. I'm really trying to get things going here. It's been a little tricky trying to figure everything out. Like I said, I've never done any of this before. I'm not a video editor or anything like that. I'm just trying to help those people out who really don't care to read. They want to just watch me talk about games. Then this is for you guys. I enjoy doing it so far, so I want to keep doing it. Like I said before, as long as I have an audience, I'm just going to keep doing it. So, really appreciate you guys' support. Hit that like button, send a comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff. Really appreciate it, so it can kind of help my videos get out a little bit more so I can continue to do this. I've had lots of positive responses from my website and everything like that, and the viewership's been awesome, and I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. Once again, follow me on Instagram so you can stay up to date when I'm posting new content on my website and stuff like that. So yeah, once again, really appreciate you guys all. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you next time on A Game for Your Thoughts.